Hey friends, I want to talk about the phrase memento mori. Remember death, remember that you will die, and why I still resonate with that even though I believe in reincarnation. There's a common current, or maybe a little bit out of date phrase that I like that expresses this same memento mori perspective, which is YOLO. YOLO. You only live once unless you don't, which is how I like to put it. You only live once implies that you just live once. But as far as I can tell, we live in a universe that has reincarnation. I don't have proof of that. I don't have direct knowledge of that. It just certainly seems that way to me for a lot of reasons. I think I made a video about that a while ago. So I like to say, you only live once unless you don't. YOLOUYD, which is funny to me because it sounds sort of clunky, unlike YOLO, which is very terse and not quite pleasant to hear, but, tight. In any case, I think that even from a reincarnationist perspective, YOLO, memento mori, YOLOUYD, same, they're all valid, useful perspectives. And even though we might believe that we live multiple lives, this is the only life that we get to live where we are ourselves, where I am Tashin and you are you. There's only one Tashin. That's a catchphrase that I like to have. And there really is only one Tashin, both the person, but the name, but also the person. And you don't get to be Tashin as such. I get to be Tashin, and so I should live this life fully and be brave and remember what I actually care about and live a life that I'm proud of, that resonates with my values, and not just do what other people tell me to or live the way that everyone else lives just because they do. I should live life on my own terms and make sure that I die having lived a life that I'm proud of, that I think is beautiful and noble and excellent. And what that looks like for Tashin is going to be different than other people. But it still applies, even if at the end of our lives we die and have a life review and go on to the next life. It still makes sense to make the most of one's life and to be thoughtful about how you want to live and to remember that you're going to die and that comes for all of us. And there's nothing that we can take for granted. We just know we're going to die. From a Buddhist perspective, the Buddha said that there are 5 things that one should recall often, whether one is a man or a woman, a lay person or a monk or a nun. These are the 5 recollections or the 5 remembrances. And it's been very useful for me to memorize these things, and that they are that we are subject to aging, we are subject to sickness, we are subject to death, that everything we have and everyone we love will be taken from us, and that the only thing that we own is our karma, our actions and their consequences. That's the only thing that we own. I don't own these clothes. I don't own this backpack. I don't own this body. I don't own these ideas that are speaking now. The only thing that I own are my actions and their consequences. And these are all on loan from the universe. I think that's how Peace Pilgrim puts it, if I'm not misremembering. And it's worth remembering that. This body will decay. This body will die. This body will end. And that puts things in perspective. It really does. It's so often the case that I'm worried about something or other in a conversation that I had with someone. But it's like, you're going to die. You're going to die. Everyone is going to die. I'm going to die. They're going to die. This world will end. And it's not to be worshiping death or fixated on death. It's just to put things in perspective and remember, hey, I get to walk around this beautiful part of the world today. And how amazing is that? And to be grateful for what I do get to experience in this life, and to be intentional about how I do want to spend my time on this earth while I'm here, and to make sure that I'm living a life that I'm proud of, and to just check, am I proud of the way I'm living my life? And thank goodness, as I check now, the answer is, yeah, I am proud of my life. And there's challenges and things that I regret or mistakes I've made that I wish I'd done differently, but I'm living a beautiful life that I'm proud of, and part of that is being really intentional about it and really considering what I want from my life and what I value and how I want to spend my time, even in the macro and in the micro. Like, how do I want to spend this day? There's just this day. Like, I might die in just a moment while making this video, or I might die right after making this video, or I might die after making this video. I could get hit by a car, or, hit by a bolt of lightning, or I could get sick and get a disease, or, someone could just decide to shoot me or something. Like, nothing's guaranteed, and you can't take your life for granted. And so remembering death is important, and even from a reincarnationist perspective. So this was really the update I had recently. It's like, oh yeah, that's why that still makes sense from a reincarnationist perspective. I was talking to someone and they were talking about how they appreciated that I had this perspective, even though I'm a reincarnationist. It's like, well, it's not in conflict, because there's only one Tashin, and there's only this one life that we get to live as this person that we are, and we might as well make the most of it, and not just on someone else's terms or to live the way people told us to, but to live our life fully, like this life fully. What does it even mean to be Tashin? How does Tashin live his life fully? Like, I get to explore that for as long as I get to walk this earth, and you get to explore that for as long as you walk this earth, and your answers to what a life that's worth living as you are going to be intrinsically different than mine, and thankfully we get to share this earth together. So anyway, that's how I think about that. In case you were wondering what I think about memento mori and death and how that all works with reincarnation. It's something I was thinking about this week and wanted to share with you. Okay, I hope you're doing well, friends. Let's remember we're going to die and make the most of it and live beautiful lives.